Yo, welcome to TeamViza TV interview series. I'm your host, IPW. I want to take this time to become all my sponsors for making this project possible. Big respects to Amiri Clothing, Lala Closet, the Royal Family, Vision of Companies, Inner Standards Entertainment, Hakim Graphic Designs, and no other than the best pizza in South China, Shimalicious Pizza. Special guest in the building. Library Soil, Establishment Point 14. Let's go on the TeamViza TV interview series, the CEOs of Stadium Cafe. This song's so nice. Yeah, this song's so nice. This man. Alright. I'll pause this bunchy for a while. What do the address say?
What do you mean?
What do the address say?
You could call me Kofi, you could call me Oscar, you could call me what you want. You know me long time, but you can call me Joe Public too.
Joe Public, boy. If you know this story, not Joe Public name, eh? We'll get into that further on. Kofi! We're going to TeamViza TV interview series season 3.
Good to be here, man.
I'll be a host tonight. Is it mood, brother?
I cool enough.
Kofi.
Nah, I cool. I come out my house to come here. No? I leave a little project, I run away. I hear they calling me, they say I ain't coming. Partner started panic.
Well, everybody panicking.
Call me 5 times.
You want to make sure that, you know, Kofi's the man who start off the battle in marathon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kofi, before I jump into it today, right? Is it mood? You Kofi today, brother, boy?
Nah, we cool enough. Listen, as we start this, we come into this project, I think it was kind of about me at first, eh? But all now I think we settling in and everybody kind of getting out good.
For the place and...
Yeah, it's only just now I see like we got 48, how much we get today? How much COVID cases we get today?
What you get today?
Yeah, so the last couple of days we watching it and we kind of watching it cut and we trying to...
Tell
we want to tell everybody be
here. Bro, we go lock down the country again. Come in. When that bald man hit the podium and they say, yo, going on.
Nah, but I see me that nice shit the other day and I thought, well,
he give me
it was going to be good news, but then he set me up,
He give me good news that type of way. You know why I say that, eh? Because I watched the interview with him, right? And he was like, you want to see the youth and them go back out to school.
Yeah.
So please follow protocol, wear all your masks, stay away from assembling in big, you know, gathering. True that. And again, he made that statement last week. This week is Easter. Everybody want to...
Yeah, you know much thing was probably planned for today, tomorrow, Sunday. So, you know, they're kind of trying to govern it down a little bit.
And it's just the beginning, because today is what it was. Friday?
Yeah.
We have what? Saturday's what?
Saturday.
Then Easter Sunday.
Easter Monday.
Anyhow, let me hope for the best, right?
Yeah.
We still give it up for the Prime Minister. Shiny best. Right, Mr. Kofi. Ready for you? Can you tell TeamViza TV a little about yourself?
Alright, so most people will know me from, if you're from Library, you know me through the football, coming up through Mikey. That's how I know you, Mikey, Jerry,
Curtis.
Yeah. Coming up through the football. I worked on Point for a while. Down in LG for a while, for 5 years. I spent a lot of time in Point. Now, most of the people who would know me from a professional standpoint, you know, from NESC. Right, from NESC students go say that's the exam man, so that's the one that make them fail.
Oh.
That what they might say.
So you're not responsible for that?
No. You say that. I said that what they might say.
Oh, that what they might say.
Might say. Okay. So most people now already know from the school from Destiny across, right in the NESC across the road there. So, you know, but generally, I like to consider myself somebody who come through from an area like Library, kind of pushing through, doing things on the other side, trying to better myself as much as possible, carry as much people I could carry with me. You know, that kind of thing. And now we start up this little business, so now you're going to know as an entrepreneur too. But, you know, we are doing this thing for a while because those who know will know that we came through all 4 events. My brethren from SkyMax will know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all events and then other companies in between. I used to fix computers a lot, so the man who fixed your computer, he said, that's how you know me? Right, yes. You know, fixing computers and all of that, so.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
TeamViza TV need an app.
I'm not that guy. But I could put you onto that guy. But you gotta pass through me, but I could put you onto that guy.
What make us a building an app? For myself and for the viewers who probably...
Nah, it really depends on what you want to do and what features you want from your app.
Okay.
Understand? If it's Android, it's like phone, that kind of thing. So, no, but I could put you onto the man.
Right. And the cost is not going to be like big money?
Nah, you can't call the price. Let the man tell me the price like hotel.
Coffee.
No, well, gosh.
So Wesley Labre.
No, you got the price. You got the price.
Tell you, stay tuned for the TeamViza app and coming just now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Kofi, you ever stand out to me, right? Stadium Cafe. The name Stadium Cafe. Can you explain the name Stadium Cafe?
Well, we had to get the whole story.
Yeah,
when we came up and Karen came to me first, so when you meet Karen, you go explain that. But Karen came to me first and he had the idea of going into a sports bar type setting. So sports bar is really how we ended up with the whole Stadium Cafe vibes. But it was really stadium. But when we realized, well, the first opportunity we were getting, it didn't really fall through the way we wanted it to. Right? And when we were just by chance coming up Adventure Road, we saw this sign, place for rent. So we decided, well, we'll give it a call and we see, because the first thing didn't fall through. And we were kind of despondent. We were saying, nah, we was really ready to start this thing and the thing come true. So we saw this sign, and I'm talking about this down in November, last year, or October, November, somewhere around the heart of COVID. So nobody is studying that at that time.
Yeah.
But we see it, so we call, had a conversation with the landlord, and she asked for an offer, we make an offer, tell her counter offer. And eventually we came up with a number that she was happy with. We was alright, we was kind of comfortable with. Because I mean, you're watching the time, you're watching this COVID.
Yeah.
You understand? So we had a conversation, we went, we look at the building, we remember who used to be there before.
Right.
And we say, boy, if we're doing this thing, it can't just be a sports bar, it can't say stadium. And we stadium. Something stadium, restaurant, that
So
is
the
something
first thing was the stadium.
Yeah, it was a sports bar. So it was really the stadium.
Oh, the
But
stadium, okay.
when we look at where we were, we decide, well, Stadium Cafe sounding more restaurant. You know, like Hard Rock Cafe and that kind of thing. Sounding more like that kind of vibe. So we decided to go with Stadium Cafe, and since then we come up, we are partner link with the logo. You know, we started to work certain things through. We decided that, you know, the standard of the place that was there before, we wanted something similar in terms of the ambience and the type of food and that kind of thing. And we realized, well, it had a market fit. I mean, there were others who providing something similar, but I mean, we wanted to get our own little section in it. So I think Stadium Cafe now has the ability to kind of push on those who come in and those who experience us. We ain't exactly where we want to be yet. We're still on the ground floor, really, we building. But I think you could see the building blocks.
No, they're not on the ground floor. They don't
Well, if you know me, if you know Karen, you've got to understand that as individuals, we're really different.
Right.
Because there's three contrasting personalities who up in the mix.
Right.
We just get away.
Right.
But when we just get away, no one know. And then we just say, come let's go and drink at me.
Yeah.
Right after we get away. Yeah, so no, it's three
brothers,
contrasting personalities,
you know what I mean?
but we had the same vision and we had the same thing that we want to achieve. So,
Right.
you know, but that's how the whole Stadium Cafe thing come about. Because we were really looking at more of a sports bar thing. But as we go through and realize where we were, we realized, nah, that thing had to step up a level, and that's how it ended up Stadium Cafe.
So as I mentioned, being like a sports bar, right? In the future, this accent, right? Will we see like pool tables and stuff?
Nah, you ain't gonna see. I mean, you should never say never. But what we looking at, nah.
I'm glad. I hate pool tables. I finally take away the attraction and the buying a sense of.
You see, what you gonna notice? Nah, what you gonna notice is if you're coming by us, it had days you will come in and you will see parents with the children.
Right.
Yes, and so you will see a man call me, yeah, his wife, family, they come and they can sit down, they're comfortable. So you really don't want, we wouldn't want to create an atmosphere where people shine away from that.
Right.
That is a group of people we really targeting, that's what we're looking for, you know. So the ambience that we want, a pool table go kind of take away from it.
Yeah, go take away, that people go come and sit down with the $10. You might want the pool there. They play pool whole day.
Yeah.
You understand? Women like me come in, pass that for me now.
Yeah.
That kind of, if you still like me in Monte's, you know what I'm talking about. Someone say.
You know what, I mean, listen, you have a place for everything, right?
Yeah.
Everything have its place. And Stadium Cafe is a particular kind of place. We have a pool table is a different kind of place. And I man will go and play my pool.
Right.
But that is there, that is what it made for, if you understand me. So everything have its purpose, and Stadium Cafe really is more about that whole dining experience. And when the time comes for the sports bar side to really kick in, you will really see how you could really marry the two. It is a specific formula that you have to use. I ain't go share it, but nah, don't you ain't worry. But as we go through, there's a specific formula that we use to marry the two, and
Right.
don't worry. Let the thing free up a little bit now.
Yeah, they feel up a little. I want to ask you too, right? Into the restaurant and bar business, right? What made you decide to go into restaurant in particular and bar business?
Listen, I can talk for me. When you talk to Karen, he can tell you why. No, my aunt, I don't know if you know, I used to be in Barbados every year because my family really based both in Trinidad and Barbados. So I used to spend every Christmas and August holidays in Barbados. And my aunt owned a restaurant and bar. Yeah, she retired now. And I have a cousin running it, but she owned that. So that is why I know every holidays I go in just to be able to spend time, work. I'm mopping the floor, I'm packing drinks. Yeah, so I can know if you know Barbados, you get the Barbados twang, the same Trinity boy want to you and they really but I ain't forget about Barbados twang, they are out for too long, so I can't really get it. But I grew up in that. And I remember once she always used to say when she closing, she used to close at a certain point in time in the day. If she go down holidays for herself, she would close the business. And I was about 17 or 18, and she was saying, "You want to run it for the month?" I said, "Well, I study it." And I decided, "Well, all right, I will try." She leave me for a month. Hardest month of my life. I lied. I used to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I lied. 4, because the bread van used to come for about 4:30. That man used to come every morning. I remember at that time I cussing that man because he outside blowing. 4:30 in the morning for me to come out, but you kind of get to realize, and I appreciated how hard she would work now, because all the time you're going and she handling you with certain things, and you know, as your aunt, she sending for you come in, but you don't know how hard she had to work for the things that she have. And that month working, I get to appreciate the type of work. I get to understand the business a little bit better. She's one used to always say, once she food sell, because she used to cook like about 2 or 3 different meals every day. So you come and get something separate on Monday, Tuesday, every day is a different dish.
Right.
And she used to say once she food sell, she business me, because she had a little formula, but she business on the food, the drinks, so she could pay the beer truck, she could pay for the drinks, she food selling. And that formula used to work. And when I do it for the month, I make 1,000. But she came back and she was so proud. She said, "You know, this is the first time I ever leave here and come back and get hand money in my hand." I was feeling bad because I said, "Oh, yeah, $1,000, boy." Because I'm taking her ass. But what I didn't realize is how she to run her business. If she not there, people not coming. But the fact that you had somebody and the business was open, you know, it worked. So since that point going forward, I always, and Karen know that that way he come to me. He know I always had the vision to open a sports bar type restaurant type of place. So that is really how I end up in this. And as the opportunity comes, they say in every adversity have opportunity. You just have to look and see where the opportunity is. Because if COVID didn't happen, we wouldn't be there. Because the establishment that was there before Wunda closed down.
Yeah, close down.
So you understand? So we took the opportunity. As I said, we go in, it's rough, but I think once we persevere and we push through, the thing will go. So that is in a nutshell. So Auntie Joan, use your one hammer here. But you know.
But business like this, this time in the pandemic, when you talk about some of the challenges that you all face.
I think the biggest issue is you can't really control price now in terms of your suppliers.
Okay.
That things you will buy this week, and next week you go for the same thing, and the price will. That is a challenge because you can't really, remember, you can't change your price on customers.
True.
In this type of business just so. You can't, somebody will come and pay $65 for a meal and next week they come and you tell them, boy, thing is 85. And so you can't really do that. So that's one of the challenges, your prices and your supply chain. Because of your size, you can't really lock things in place the way you would like to.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges. The threat of COVID is always over your head.
Right.
The way people will come out now is based on how they might feel. So where you might feel on a Friday, it's supposed to be busy, and you might anticipate a crowd on a Friday. Sometimes that will happen.
Right.
So you really had to be managing your business well. You had to be minding your business. You had to make sure and put away something for when something happened. You understand? You had to kind of roll with the punches as it go. I think that anybody who right now in business and will appreciate. Before I didn't really appreciate it. I'll be honest with you. Restaurants open, restaurants close. It didn't really matter to me. But now that you're in it and you're responsible for people too, because remember you have people working with you. And I say working with us because I can't even call them employees the way they does move. Nah, they first boy.
So let's call them then.
Nah, I'm a team boy.
That's it.
You are TeamViza? Nah, I'm a team. Nah, I'm a team.
In this business, right? Would you say is a win? I would say a loss. Yeah, I would say a loss. Would you say is a win, fear, lose situation, like where risk is concerned?
Risk, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, we would have a risk analysis to determine, whether it will take going or not going. And the risk high.
Right.
At the end of the day, right now, because of the pandemic, the risk high. You can't really control. You know, true that we can't control exactly what we do. We just got leads up the other day and you see where the numbers go. So the risks are high. But when you consider risk versus reward, should everything go the way you want it to go, it is not short-term gain. So that's the other thing. You have to make up your mind that any reward that you're going to get, you're not going to get that in the first 6 months. Even if things were good, you wouldn't get the benefit in the first 6 months. In fact, you mightn't even recoup your investment after the first year. So it's really into the second year you're really looking to make something of yourself and to build a brand.
Right.
Now, if you're going to this looking for short term, nah, you ain't gonna get that. That ain't making sense.
Stadium Cafe is a short-term project or is that?
Nah, Stadium Cafe is a long-term project.
Long-term.
The vision and the discussion we had wasn't about Stadium Cafe. But we believe that right this part it is. But it's not Stadium Cafe. It's something that we're doing.
Right.
You understand? So that's what I tell you when I say just now that we're on the bottom floor, now moving. That's what part we are because the vision that we have is not just that.
You want to share some of the vision?
Nah, we ain't sharing that. No.
I like that.
Nah, we ain't sharing
I like
that.
your point.
No, we can't share that. No,
I like me, my brother. Keep it.
Nah, you gotta keep it. No, well, listen, not everything you must reveal. Things will come out in the right time, and as things go, those who need to know,
Will know.
they know.
Oh, they don't know.
Those who need to know.
Right.
And those who will find out along the way, those who decide to stay on the journey, well, then they will see. No, those who decide to be on the journey, and you know that in any journey, people just fall off.
Yeah, sure.
So that's how it goes.
And put it in some of your service. What other service you all provide?
So right now it's basically, let me tell you something. You see, I got a message today, right, from a customer. And she was saying the food boy.
Keep hearing what is food is this chef
She say,
cook,
listen,
whatever.
the chef guy. But the chef of our team too. So even if it's not the chef, it's the team. But he have a special, something about them fellas who he right from Destiny, I buy him go call him. He right from Destiny, You know the man. But the man have a genius, boy. The man, you watch the man, you go think, that chef, boy. But when he put on, boy. When he put on, and then what we do now is we put our team around him who will support him. And he working with the team, So, you know the man.
Kofi, bring up the team.
The man, you see, I call him the man.
Yes.
I call him the man.
You see?
He might vex with me, but I call him. Arnold Chase, yes, I was.
Chef Arnold Chase.
Put some respect on the man. And Venita, Allison, Kerry Deal. We supporting cast. Kellyanne, we calling your name. We supporting cast in that kitchen. Nah, they on point. So I was telling you, so when you ask me about the service, the first thing about us is the food. The food on point. And that taste that we create is what is the vehicle really that will push the business forward. There are other aspects of the business that will come in. We have a catering service that will come very soon, right? As we bring that on stream. We get into the point that we are about experience. So it's not just a taste, it's a culinary experience.
Okay.
When you come to us, as I say, I keep saying it's the journey that we're on.
Right.
So as we continue to build, you will find that those things, different things about the service will start to show up.
Right.
You'll walk into Stadium Cafe and be like, alright, cool. That's different. But no, I tell you. So that we will try our best to maintain that quality that we have going right now and build from strength to strength. So we will get into that catering service very soon. That so persons who want to do something, you come here, get a taste at Stadium Cafe, having your wedding.
A birthday party. Yeah, that's what I say.
Companies who want to do something for the employees.
TeamViza TV, come and keep the reunion.
You understand? You see Labra Agenda on street the other day? Yeah. So it's a different things that we'll be doing as we go forward. And that is really where the service will be until we get to a point where there are other things that we will throw in. So when we do get to be able to do the sports bar side of it, you will see a different element at Stadium Cafe.
Perfect. Big question I want to ask you, Kofi.
Hard question?
No, not hard question.
Right.
Is Stadium Cafe the #1 spot in Point 14 right now?
Right. I don't want to say yes. I want to say Stadium Cafe is the place that growing. Is the place that people hearing about. And they want to come to. Sometimes some people watching it and saying, I ain't know, But I'm telling you, once you taste the food, you'll come back. So we're growing. We ain't the #1 spot yet. I wouldn't say that we take that spot because in a COVID time, everybody trying to pull the corner. So I ain't trying to claim nothing that we have this and I ain't trying to do it.
And if TeamViza say yes, it is the #1 spot.
They up to TeamViza to say it's the #1 spot.
Well, yes, TeamViza saying Stadium Cafe is the #1 spot.
TeamViza say so. Kofi did not say so. Do not go in point and say the man come and say he's the #1 spot. I did not say that. TeamViza say so.
We just endorse the facts.
But I can tell you, Stadium Cafe have a real good taste.
Yeah, very good taste.
Very good taste.
This is chicken tenders. Best chicken tenders. Kofi, I want to bring someone on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
No problem. Let's look at the TeamViza TV. Next to you of Stadium Cafe. Guy the call. Karen. Yes, sir. Humble. Just humble.
Bless. Right.
All the pick this song blessing, but I really like song Friday.
I mean, it's Good Friday too, So let me just be the first to say, wish all your fans of TeamViza,
Right.
fans of Stadium Cafe, and the world, because I know you're out there, and the world actually that you're out there. I just want to wish everybody have a Good Friday, and I've got this star, safety star.
Right.
Right, and hope that Daddy Rowley, I will call him Daddy Rowley.
Daddy Rowley.
That tomorrow he, he love we.
You know, if you so very well.
I don't know, but we do the right thing still.
Life at
right?
stake. You know what I mean? Watch, you see my say right here, right? I want to drift away from coffee a little. Because everybody in business.
Yeah.
The 3Ks, is it the KKK?
Over the 3 kings.
I accent.
Oh, kings. The 3 kings.
3 kings,
Yeah,
3 kings.
3 kings. Let me just put it that way now, the 3 kings.
A nice name too, you know,
Hey,
3
wait, the
kings.
3 kings.
Kofi, Karen,
And Kyra.
Kyron. Yeah. Something like that, no? Just coincidence, just how it is.
Sometime in life, things are just flow.
Yeah, for real.
You understand?
Right. I want to start with you. This question. What type of customers Stadium Cafe attract?
Well, I can tell you, 90% of the customers, or maybe 95, is women. So that's how we should tell you, understand?
Yeah.
But we have a mature crowd,
Mhm.
to be honest. Sometimes you get the granny, the grandpas, family oriented. Family oriented. I can remember the first week, we had some children, some kids doing a dance. They doing a dance, I don't know, but I was shocked, you know? And the thing about it is, it had a guy come and say, he said, son, hear what I'm telling you, I want to keep the place just like this, you know, keep it just like this, so I could come with my family, keep it up. So, yeah, it's a special feeling to know that all the genders, all the old, the young, yeah,
Middle age,
middle age,
the ministers, because I see the MP down there the other day.
Big up
Yeah,
yourself.
big up Kennedy, same time. Let's go. That one is, you see? That was his Stadium Cafe, is the #1 spot in 2014. Okay. Now I know back in that. I know back in
Well, let
that.
me tell you something. What
Uh-huh.
is understood shouldn't be explained.
Right.
We just leave it like
No,
that.
I want to say something, right? I never saw Kennedy by the honorable Mr. Kennedy Richards Jr. I never saw him by Butchers. I got lie, man. I never saw him by the Badon Fanny Village. I never saw him in these places, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I saw him by
Stadium Cafe.
say Lorna
Stadium Cafe.
Stadium Cafe. So
Well, the man like he wings, huh?
like you will.
He
Yeah.
like the wings.
You know what?
Pilot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Almost like
He
Like
must
you.
like wings. Well, alright.
Right. As I mentioned concerning customers, right? Does it have a technique where they separate the sophisticated from the hooligans at Stadium Cafe? Or everybody welcome?
Alright. Let me put it this way. We inherit a place that already had a standard. Right, to be honest. Right, which is Red Bull. Red Bull already had a standard. And we piggyback from what Red Bull would have had established already. And we just, with our different ideas, we,
Follow the channel.
yeah, we have our own tasting, so we'll, it's an improved version. Right? So to say we have dress code in effect, right? Because to be honest, we are guys of, we are standard set.
Guys of
Yeah, we are standard set, to be honest.
right.
So, you know, it's a Stadium Cafe, it's a place, you know, you're dressed nice, you know, you feel, if you go in any avenue, but
Right.
use a man of class, use a man of class.
Yeah, we feel
Use a man of class. I didn't tell you I afraid you.
for
I never tell you this story about me and you. This was a man, every time I go in the club I see this man. And the man used to be to me this. Right through the man by himself. The man. I said, boy. But every spot, because you know me, I just like close to the door.
Right.
So in case bacchanal, outside.
I'm a corner.
And then he corner. So every time I said, boy, why this big man always here, boy? The man, that time he plants, you know? He what and always the man now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
always the time
I was drink them time.
So I say, boy, And they say, "We're drinking." You know so. And he used to talk. That we say. I say, "Boy, this man." So I ain't want to be around him because he ain't talking, you know.
You know where he from.
I know where he from. So I say, "Mark up." And then we started to share that. Hey, you remember them days?
We're good. Carnival City, 3 Live. You know, we go stress on that.
So I say, you come, you dress nice, come in the establishment, and you eat good food. So think about it.
Right.
You come in, you're getting tasty food, you're getting good food. So why not look good?
Right.
So come in the place, you know. We ain't telling you shirt and tie and tuxedo in.
Right.
But I just saying, you know, it's an ambience, Nice
Ambience.
ladies, so as a fella, you come, you look sharp.
Right.
So
Before I go further, right, as I was asking Kofi earlier on, what made you go into business? And he gave me his perspective.
well, to be honest, we always used to have this discussion. You know, there's my life memory. I know him 18 years since primary school,
Right.
right? And he's somebody, let me just say, when getting in this business, family members come and say, "Boy, you know what you're doing, boy? Who you partnering with?" I say, "Kofi." So people that call you like a brother to me. So people that say, "All right, good man that." And then other people, "Boy, you sure he's a man, boy?" People who don't know him, they'll be like, "Boy, who's this Kofi, boy? You sure, boy, they'll be backing out with partners." You know?
Yeah.
I said, "Nah." So this man, he's a brother to me.
Right.
He does give me good advice. When I do things wrong, he does ring me ears. He does cuss me, he does quarrel. The only thing we don't do is we don't fight.
Right.
But he does fight, we does have a mentality, he does real buff me and thing. He's
correct, yeah,
he
yeah,
correct me, he's a big brother to me.
He doesn't take correction.
But it's, trust me, it's a partner that anybody could have in our business. And this wasn't done Viking, to be honest. We didn't just wake up and say, "Boy, let me just invest, take all my savings, and let me go and open my bar restaurant."
Right.
It was something calculated. We discussed, we weighed the options, and we decided, "Here what, let me get into business." And prior to that, I got an injury playing football. And who again was by my side? My brother. A Sunday, call out the call. I call out the call, going on the field playing Messi.
You play
Hit a man
Messi.
a bit. Well, I don't like.
I remember the story. So
Oh boy, you know, oh boy, I
But alright, go ahead.
Yeah, boy. A Sunday we go and play football, boy. You know, because we do all kind of things together. We play football together, we line together. So that Sunday, boy, I got injury, tore my ligaments. So I was down. I was down. So in your down time now, you're bedridden, you're more relaxed, you know.
Yeah.
Mommy bringing food in my bedroom, thing, you know. Everybody taking care of me. So then now I started to focus. COVID, I started to study, boy. Things harder. But you know what? Let me do something. Because we always drinking. Whether it's a Carib, a Malta, Charlie, and there are plenty of people who might buy a KFC, might buy a roti.
Yeah.
So why not open a food business and a bar? But as he said, we really wanted the sports bar because you know sports, we have plenty of friends that into the sports. That didn't work out, and everything that's happened for them. Trust me, I tell you when you ever get something, we get the place in Rihanna, and we waiting January 1st to sign a contract. I said, we waiting January 1st, we done waiting. I said, well, right, boy, COVID or no COVID, we signing a contract January 1st. But I find when I pass in the establishment, I wouldn't call the establishment name, but I find when I pass in, I see a chillers coming in. I see activities. I said, nah, I make a call. I said, boy, nah, boy, I can't get that spot here. Why? Call Kofi. I said, Kofi, we can get that spot again. Disappointment step in, but he said, boy, what you do, boy? I said, boy, everything has happened for a reason.
True.
And with that, take it, we go and drink a beer somewhere. I can't remember how we end up in Point. But when me he say, hey, we check out that place. We call for about 2 days straight.
No answer.
No answer. No answer. And then when we get through, well, he already said it. And we start the business.
Here
Put
comes.
we minds together. And then now, remember with our business, you need to invest, you need money.
Right.
So we decided, boy, we can't do it alone.
Mm.
We can't do it alone. So I came to him, I said, boy, here we're going. Have our next person. Right? Mr. Kyron Logie. And again, Kyron Logie was somebody, I remember he passing here in 2021. I had to talk to him, we had to make money, we had to make money. So I remember that. So, Kofi, yeah, you sure, boy? I said, nah. I said, yeah, sure about him. And he called me, set up a meeting, share we ideas. And that's the good thing about three of us. It's not to say I will have an idea and Kofi will be like, nah. It always close. You'll get that, nah boy, I ain't feel so, you know. But the good thing is, we just come to agreement. We just come back on track.
Right.
We just come back and 3 different personalities. 3 different personalities. And it's good because it helped us. It helped me. It make me a better person because I learn from each other. Right. See?
Yeah,
We learn from each other.
We go carry on.
We go carry on.
Kofi, I want to ask you, right? Let's talk about the safety and health level that you'll have to show the viewers, the customers, you know what I mean, that the safety,
But
this
definitely
pandemic at this point in time.
it starts off with sanitizing back door. That's one of the first things. So all customers who come to the establishment definitely have the sanitizer.
With the sanitizer.
Yeah,
on entry.
sanitizers on entry.
Right.
Our staff ensures that once persons leave a booth, once they leave a seating area, sanitize the area right after. They go in, you're supposed to keep your mask on, go all the way to the seating area, and then you'll be served. From that point, our
Okay.
staff always have the mask on.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't play that.
Facts.
You know, so there are a few other things. I mean, with the numbers going up, we definitely will add some more measures to that going forward, because we want to make sure that anyone who comes to Stadium Cafe is safe.
So the safety.
Yeah.
High level.
Yeah.
Alright. Get you,
Yeah.
Let's talk about Stadium Cafe, as you mentioned earlier, the food and the appetizers. To go down that road to reality. Meaning, I would actually to work with some of the one of the menu, the listener, you know, where I could watch it here and be like, alright, we talk about the burger and the fries. Known for that basically.
With the Stadium Burger.
The stadium burger.
Stadium.
Some respect on it, man.
Yeah.
Some respect on it.
Yeah, the stadium burger.
So you can get a Stadium Burger, which is a normal 8 ounce, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. But then you can get a full stadium.
Oh, so 2 different stadiums.
Yeah, but you have a stadium.
Right.
You just go in. You have people in stadium.
Right.
But they have a full stadium, it's a packed house. A stadium, a full stadium is a packed house. There is bacon, there is cheese, there is mushrooms,
Yeah, that
pineapple. It's a full stadium. So a lot of people when they come, they want something fast. Stadium Burger is the go-to. Right? The chicken menu of the chain. So I'm sure that it has some people swear by the chicken.
Yeah, chicken tenders different, boy.
Yeah, they swear by it.
I get hot one the other day, yeah?
Pepper chicken tenders. You ever eaten pepper and can stuff? You're eating it, you know it's hot.
Yeah.
But it just tastes good, so you keep going.
Tasty.
Yeah. The chicken menu on point, the pasta, boy.
Pasta.
Yeah, boy.
Right.
The time people come, I saw somebody put up an Instagram post about Stadium Cafe pasta. I vex I ain't have the person's name.
Right.
She said when she done, she didn't believe. She said, in fact, first, when you go in a restaurant, we just get you food. We get you food.
Getting food. Trust me, you're getting
You're
food.
getting food. And on
You're
top of
getting
that, the food tasting good.
Yeah.
When she done, she ain't leave nothing. She
Yeah.
asked for, I could take her away box, please. You understand? No, so I mean, if you look at the menu, and the menu is serves everybody.
Right.
So those who want the steaks, we had the ribeye, we had the New York strip. Everything that's come with those come with veggies and fries or 2 sides.
Right.
But it always comes with that side. I should talk about the veggies. Let me stop. I as a man didn't really used to eat set of broccoli and flour.
Yeah.
I used to frown on that, and I see Arnold putting together this menu and telling me about a side, veggie sides coming with everything. I said, Arnold, this veggie side, people ain't want that. By the first time, I taste the veggie sides. I said, nah, will you playing this? Are you wickedness? He said, what happened? I said, I like don't eat veggies. But every time you order anything by Stadium Cafe and you get them veggies, I'm telling you, I don't know what you season it with. I don't know what you doing. Because I ain't with that in the kitchen.
He good.
But as I tell you, and everybody who work in the kitchen, the girls who in the kitchen with him, they able to replicate. So it's fresh veggies all the time.
All the time.
We just make our veggie run twice for the week.
Right.
So it's fresh veggies all the time. As I say, you can get your steak in New York strip, you can get your ribeye. Those who eat any pork, we have a smothered pork. Jeez.
Right.
Smothered pork. As I say, the chicken menu, we have a country style chicken. Where's the other one?
Stuffed chicken
Stuffed
breast.
the stuffed chicken
breast.
Stuffed chicken.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
No, I get pork. Alright. And recently, you see the salmon? The salmon has been one of the things that is our bestseller right now.
Bestseller.
So the salmon, the butter fish, shrimp Alfredo, pepper shrimp.
Right.
You know, so it's a wide menu. I think anybody who from any culinary taste will come in and get what they want
Right.
from the place. And the size of the fries, the wedges, egg fried rice, and everything.
And then now the cost of these it's very reasonable.
Yeah, we have a lunch menu that starts at $40.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
So between 11 and 3, you can get a decent.
We'll speak about the chicken tenders, man. The hot ones, man. Joy. Oh, that's some chicken tenders,
man. That's some surprise.
The spicy, the hot ones, man. I just I drink more than alcohol, I come home, put on Netflix movie and chill. And I start to buy it. Joy, it's a stick, man. But it tastes so good now, girl. As he mentioned, even though it's hot, you keep dipping in the water. All you know what I'm not doing? Rubbing my God no how get but I keep dipping now. Yeah, something there.
You come down here the other day, say I ain't eating nothing. You say I want nothing. I go outside lady man, I come back, I see me that box. I said I told you what I'm eating.
Yeah, facts.
I say now what chicken tenders.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, chicken tenders different, man. I tell you, you say I need rub my with pepper. You get to come on like that, we should movie and pepper.
Yeah.
Slightest thing might be unconcerned. It's like, you know what I mean? Kieran, going to the drinking aspect now, Stadium Cafe now. What kind of drinks Stadium Cafe possesses to the customers? Bestsellers, you know?
Bestsellers. Well, you have the FIFA Cup.
Cool. Is that a lot of the cup?
You have the FIFA Cup.
The FIFA Cup. Yeah, FIFA. Not a small goal, eh? The FIFA Cup.
Right? You have 2 mixologists.
Right.
Big up yourself. Kenneth.
Big up Kenneth, man.
Kenneth
Short man, yeah.
Short.
What's his supposed to name?
Ivory.
Big up Ivory. Yeah.
It's about nice mix of drinks, to be honest. I mean, sometimes Kenneth will be boss man. I have some fatal taste. I say, Kenneth, I approve it. You have no way to taste it. So it's one, the manish, call it the manish. But the noise I Guinness, man.
Right.
So I said, Kenneth, but you don't tell me wait having it, eh? You don't tell me, just tell me taste it. He bring a manish. I taste it. Take a taste and give you. I said, Kenneth, I approve it. Yeah, the man bad.
Right.
I raise the same thing. Taste this. So it have drinks for everybody. I mean, being in a restaurant, you're not permitted I'm saying it loudly to the nation. We are not allowed to have alcohol
On the tables.
on the tables.
Taking your to-go
So we
cup.
have the to-go cup. We have a nice fancy to-go cup. You take your drinks and you drink it home. Right? So, what
Make
I'm
that clear.
I'm making it clear again. Stadium Cafe, we have drinks to go. Right? Drinks to go. Don't put me in. Drinks to go.
To go. Nice.
And you had the mocktails to it.
We are the
You had
tell
the
them about
mocktails
the
to it.
box.
You had the virgin drinks.
Virgin drinks.
Yeah.
That without alcohol.
Without alcohol. So same premise.
Right.
You can get that on the table.
Oh, okay.
You can get that on the table. So I mean it's a nice mix, as we say, for those who want the alcohol to go.
Right.
And those who want something on the table, well, you can definitely get your drinks, those drinks at the table.
Kisha,
Once in virgin.
Once it's virgin.
you gotta go to my cafe and get my
Oh,
banger.
we have been there already.
You carry on the house lady with you.
Yeah, we gotta carry shit.
She don't drink the
We
thing.
gotta carry shit.
Well, I go drink
She
the
was shandy.
virgin.
Yeah?
Stay.
I go drink the
Oh, you
virgin.
We gotta carry shit out.
Right. One of the main questions I want to ask, right? No, this question I want to ask. It's something I always wanted to find out where bar and restaurant business is concerned. Honestly. Right? How did you all go about selecting your staff members while business in function? Or do you select before business open?
Alright. Well, I must say I was responsible for the staff. Right? What I did, well, the
Mr. Felton, it's like a best staff.
I see
man.
that.
Yeah.
See that like there's something on the
like
chest.
he has something.
Bring it up, yes?
So, I remember I pull our book boy, I said, alright, it's done 3 Ks already. He head of the establishment. I see how to get people now to come in the mix. So he was responsible for the chef. Everything full in place. So I remember I had a friend, I said, yeah, what? And I started looking for some waitress. Before you know it, my phone started to ring. Message upon message. So, okay. So I say, you know what? I already had a person in mind to oversee everything. Nice waitress. But she excited. She said, right, she come and she on board. And you know she going on her next place, boy? Because she's so good. The people and them, she said, while we building up, while we be building the place, she said, she come, right, set up the place. Next thing she said, well, I don't mind, I'll be working. I'm not calling the establishment.
Right.
Yeah, she said, I'll be working there, you know, until all the set up. But she's so good that, you know, they didn't want her to leave. So, you know, and she have a soft heart, so she ended up staying with them. Right? So, as I say, people start sending me a message. So, we set up an interview. And, to be honest, it was overwhelming. Tell them numbers. And then, you know, proper interview. We find out about, we do a background check. You know, with Facebook and things, we just had to take somebody's name and you could go through and you will have an idea of how somebody is, how an individual is, right? So that's why it's important, people, to have a good background.
Right.
You know, you go up. So in putting the staff together, to be honest, big up my staff, big up my staff. Team. Because they're on point. It had some that they started for the first time. And trust me, they were like professional.
Now pause a little. Do you know your staff member's name often?
Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, it's our family, it's our team.
Alright, let's go. First staff.
So there's Latoya, Shanika,
Alicia.
Ivy,
Afia.
I don't want to say the best for last, but I feel that give us so much at trouble. Because she always late. She always late. Always late.
which jobs?
And then the kitchen staff, Vanita, the area
So you have Anita, you have
Everybody.
Anna, you have Kerry Dale, you have Allison, you have Kellyanne.
Kellyanne.
Full staff.
What do you mean?
Full team.
And every day, people come in to bring in,
Right.
trying to get on board.
Come and told the establishment. All the staff well trained, man.
Yeah.
Is it something that the certified in or you all train all the staff before work is
Well,
concerned?
before we open, we did a dry run,
Okay.
right? And if it's one thing, we want to set a standard. It's very important that we set a standard, right? So Stadium Cafe have a standard. The standard can be raised, it will never drop, guaranteed. So with this standard now, yeah, we talk to the staff, we let them know here we're going. This is not a hawk and spit bar. You understand? It is not a hawk and spit bar.
Without cancer. Without
Yeah,
cancer. Without cancer.
Without cancer?
Yeah, without
Spit anyway.
You spit anyway, you go in an establishment, I can spit. You go in an establishment and man come and try. No, it's not how can spit.
No cancer.
No.
Prestige. Fully air conditioned. Screens here, screens there.
Ambience.
Ambience nice.
Dress code is
Dress
in
code, you
effect.
know. So it, I mean,
Solid effect.
I mean, in all fairness, right? Having a bar and a restaurant is a place where you want to relax in.
Exactly.
Where you want, sometimes you might want to do schoolwork. The time that we're in right now, you will have online classes.
Right.
So you might have AI computer, you want to go quiet.
Oh.
You understand? So think about it. So you know you want a place that you could be comfortable. You got to be watching around your back and
Right.
butter belting, and so
Yeah.
it all starts with your staff. So when you come in, you hear good morning sir, good morning ma'am, welcome to Stadium Cafe. That
All they
alone-
need to go down to Stadium Cafe. This is no hypogamic thing. You know. Joy, say your boss the door. Staff meeting you on entry. Hi, good night, good day, good morning, whatever. How can I assist you? Dining or bar? You know what I mean? And this lady's nice, boy. Yeah, it's nice.
Yes, something of it.
This lady's what? Diane, yeah, go down there, brother. Come on, brother. I tell you, these ladies are nice on there, boy. They're nice. Let's speak about the entertainment. What entertainment Stadium Cafe provide at this time for the customers?
Well,
I know that's a strict thing down there.
But you see, you're asking about entertainment. So as I say to you, it's really a family-oriented type environment.
Mhm.
But those who will come and they just want to get the drinks and go. Those who will come and want to get the food and go. But if you come and you're dining, of course you had the screens up. You know, you had the music playing in the background. You try not to have it too loud.
Right.
You understand? Because as I say, people will come in for different reasons. From an entertainment perspective, it's not that kind of place. You know, you come in, you will have your background music, you will have screens on. If you're coming in and you want to just view the screen, a game might be going on, you want to take in the game, you can come in and do that.
For the viewers, type of music that you all play.
Now we try to keep it
Yo, nice Stadium Cafe, is it?
soca.
Yeah.
You get your R&B, your clean hip hop,
Clean hip hop.
you know.
You like
That type
reggae,
of
like
music,
beat up.
reggae.
Right.
Carrying out this way, you like reggae on a Sunday.
Right.
You know, so that's the type of music you will get. As I
Over
say,
the Skelly Bang and Popcorn and Vado.
You ain't getting that. You're not
You what?
getting. I am telling
I
you.
watch. I used to know.
telling you.
I used to know with them already. Yo, 75s in, chilling, and the music running it, and a dance all come in. If it's so fast, man, come off the chair. No, serious, don't look kick you know.
So wait, let me say it right. So it's not so much an issue that dance all playing. At the end of the day,
The type of dancer.
is the version,
Atmosphere.
the
Atmosphere.
version of the
Great.
song that playing.
Yeah.
The song had to be a clean version. So if I hear something and that is song right,
They see man here.
no, I would get up and I would
Sit down with live
no.
the music running randomly, and a certain dancer come in, as he mentioned, a certain type, and we fly off the chair. He take this thing so serious. Man fly off the chair and no, I'm not batting that lineman out. I'm on a lineman outside the music playing. Let it run.
Nah,
I couldn't turn nobody inside there really and truly, you know.
at the end of the day, we had to respect everybody.
He
So
run off the chair so quick. You swear some kind of building on fire or something. Let's change the music. No, that is how serious them fellas them take the business now, you know what I mean? And it happens places in Point 14 or even around Trinidad to be that's really take the business that serious.
But think about it like this. If you come in the establishment, you are your 6-year-old, your 7-year-old, and a certain type of music play or certain lyrics, you start to hear.
Right.
You as a parent will not want your child exposed to that. So as I say, it's not that we're trying to be above something, it's not that. It's really about the group that the people who really frequent the establishment. As I say, it had a following before. We would have just refined it a little bit in terms of all the flavor on it. But you really want to respect the customer base that you have. You know, it's, as I say, it mightn't be for everybody. Because some persons might say if they hear that music, they're really not interested in lime in it. And that is alright, you know, because everybody have the taste. But at the end of the day, you really want to be able to have people from all walks of life be able to come into a business place and be comfortable. And that's the key. You had to be able to be comfortable. You understand? So that's the reason why you would find that we're very specific on the type of music that is played, the way the persons will greet you, and it's not really that. It's not really training. You know? Is we had a couple of professional people come in. So Latoya is one of the persons who has a professional demeanor and professional standard. So the other persons who would have had less experience would have come in and feed off of them. So as Karen was saying earlier on, the mix that we have is experience with some persons who never worked anywhere before. But when they come in and they get with that experience and they mingle, then you would find that they automatically will raise their level. Okay. So you had somebody walking with and I wouldn't call her name, walking with a tray. But she had a specific way she would hold the glass with her thumb, just so it wouldn't fall. So I see that way I pick up the same thing, 3 glasses on it and just hand underneath and walking in heels. And you're watching and saying, oh, she doing that?
So thumb is the...
But no, the other person was using the thumb to just kind of balance the thing now.
Oh.
But Latoya never
have it natural.
Have it natural. So you would find out that the others now would start to feed off and she would say, no, it's this way to do it. So they have that level of camaraderie among them in terms of everybody improving. And the thing with us is, once you come with us at the beginning and you're willing to grow with us, we can you through the journey with us. Guys, the way we are.
Before I go any further, alright? Questions?
Only for 1 minute?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Going once, going twice.
Okay, I want to ask, this business always started with, where all you see yourself next 5 years?
Next 5 years?
Trying to get into the vision.
Trying to get into the vision. But as I say, this wasn't done by right? We have a vision that, trust me, is on a step by step. So I'll just give you like Stadium Cafe.
We branch off?
Of course, we branch off. So it will have a Stadium Cafe in Tobago. It will have one in Barbados. I'll just stop it. Oh, real talk.
That's what the people in Tobago, my.
Nah, trust me.
Anyway, let's see it.
Trust me.
Nah, man.
You hear the song? You hear we team song? Nice, say no more. Play it now. So with that now, I like how you're smiling. So I have a surprise for you.
For me?
Yeah. Stadium Cafe will be one of your new sponsors. Fully endorsed. And I
That's what we did for.
I
will tell you something. Here's our youth. And trust me, the first time I come here, I was amazed. You probably didn't see it on my face. I was outside and I like, wait boy, yeah, you have a vision. And the same vision that we have, I know you have it. And TeamViza going places.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is,
So they already.
yeah. And the thing about it is, that is what we're about. We have a vision, positive vision, an honest vision, and we are about our life. So we'll come on board with you to make sure that you reach your dreams. Right here, Stadium Cafe.
This is my Marky spot.
Mark my spot. Nice.
Marky spot. Way by Karen. Yeah, I'll play some again. Good, I'm just saying. Each opportunity I'm just saying. Yeah, someone saying. But let's tell people that TV's and TV. It's not something that just come about today. To say, well, like, this come about. It's about history behind this whole thing. But this is something that manifests from since 2013. Radio, TV's and TV interview coming soon. So look out for it soon. We're going to discuss that in our time. Right.
I want to say something. Now, I admire the teamwork, and as I mentioned that team. That is a strong word. I respect it, and I love the energy all they pushing. As he mentioned, all they just friends, all his brothers. You know, find that all the time. And anytime you're finding people thinking like that, family means a lot for me. That is everything. So I love what I see. And my wish for all you is the sky's the limit.
Sure.
Follow all your dream. Nobody can tell all you can't do it because I see all you doing it.
Sure.
And as I ask the question, next 5 years, what all you will be doing? I am putting it to all you. All you reaching real far.
Let me bring it again now. Cafe man, same time. Viewers,
Love in the house.
TeamViza TV fully endorsed Stadium Cafe.
Let me say something, and it's just so that you know, is the network behind us is a strong network too. Because we have some people who support us no matter what.
Sure.
And even when we hit our area and we say, boy, we'll fix this. It's our men who just show up and say, we need to.
Right.
And I wanna say thanks to them too, because if they weren't around, I do feel we would have even started up in the time that we started. Because, and I wanna say first, we brought that to Ray Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Ray.
Ray is one of the most talented individuals I know, and I'm just talking about. So Ray's a musician.
Yeah. Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray's a producer.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray's a graphic artist. Sugar Ray does make furniture. So you see them boots that people sit on in Stadium Cafe?
Boots.
The boots.
Yeah.
Nice.
Little black.
Yeah. The little small couch. Ray make that.
True.
He make it from scratch. And just to tell you what was going on, so we sit down and we say, boy, we have no extra money to bring in nothing else here in terms of furniture. I like how the place looking. I'm coursing. I said, Karen, I like it. He said, what we gonna do? I said, boy, call Ray. He said, boy, you gotta pay to me. I said, call Ray. Go and check Ray. I said, what's what you gonna do here? He called me, watch it. I pull a design online and sell it for him. He said, nah. I gonna do something for you. From scratch. The pleating, everything on it, he do it. He just give you a material list and send me to do that. So Ray Hamilton is one of those people in the network support us 100%. We're brethren from Point. Garnet Thompson. Garnet come and Garnet work.
Big up Garnet.
Garnet work. Garnet say Amstar said, Garnet come and Garnet work. Garnet help us. You understand? Ronald Smart, out of Point
Right.
Gate, Next Bridge. Everything is Paul Ronald.
Yeah.
Oh, as all Karen say, we Ronald, but I was playing.
Yeah.
At that point in time, I said, only Ronald will work here, you know. Oh, you can't be calling Ronald so, but Ronald was there, he supported us.
Only have a full.
No, it's it's a full cast of people who really support the things that we do, our parents.
For real.
My mother was the first customer.
First
She said if
yeah.
somebody had to spend money here first, it's me. And she come in first customer opening day. She sit down, she wait, she say, well, if nobody come in, she buy.
She bless the place.
She bless the
Yes,
place for
ma'am.
us.
Big up, man. Me same.
And here so on opening day, Karen parents, all our friends, they came
How they
down.
support.
They say, listen, this tasting good, that ain't tasting good, do over this. They criticize we,
Yeah.
and we take that criticism.
Oh,
and
you
we
take
just-
that?
I made the criticism.
You can't tell them they don't want to know. Kofi, I see how they feel already. I say, Kofi, pass the ball over, you play shit, boy.
Nah, that was different.
Kofi, I see you play ball till the tears come out there already.
Yeah.
Facts, I said, yeah. I go play on that
Why
foot.
you gotta bring that up?
You don't mention about Joe Public since the beginning.
But if I tell people how you was Joe Public,
I want to hear. I want to hear.
you all remember the days at Joe Public football
Yeah,
team
yeah.
and Jack Warner?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Public had all the years. Joe Public. All years. Every time I see this man, you have a new boots. I say, but how did you Joe Public?
The person responsible for it.
Yeah, but I realize that though. But every time I see this man have a new boots, kit change, I say, you had to be Joe Public.
I come and train him. I just hide from this man. Because every see me is fatigued. Joe Public, we got boots. Different boots, you know what I mean? Yeah. They ain't Joe Public come above.
It always go.
Kofi, I want to invite, I don't know if it is or you want to call her the first lady of Stadium Cafe, or the queen of Stadium Cafe. What does you all have for this young lady before she come on TV? Is that TV set?
You know, I was watching that show the other day and they were talking about a company that don't have employees. And they were saying that everybody's team members. But they the team lead.
Team lead.
They the team
Team lead.
Team lady. Team.
Team
Everything is
lead.
See,
team.
this team lead company, this team lead. They the team lead company.
I feel she happy some quite here.
Yeah.
They have some kind of water on this young lady usually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's welcome to TeamViza TV, the supervisor of Stadium Cafe, Miss Latoya.
We are one to the volume, not to object. I don't know even one person in the audience.
Amen. Stop this thing, eh? Boy, that's been killing. You know what I mean? How things, Toya?
Good, good.
Good. How you feeling right now, girl?
I feel alright.
You feeling alright?
I'm a little sleepy, but
I
yeah.
don't sleep in between. Alright, let's happen.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring you on set, right? As supervisor of Stadium Cafe, on the whole, or just the staff members?
Just the front house stuff.
There's the front house staff, which means like the waitress,
Yeah.
only
and
bar,
yeah.
kitchen,
No, the kitchen.
not the kitchen. Give us a day in Toya's life at Stadium Cafe.
Basically, well, for me, I am a person who always like to be busy.
Right.
So you wouldn't really come and see me say no. I always finding something to do, whether I still go in the kitchen, help them wash wares. I don't mind. I mean, I'm finding something to always be doing because I don't like to come to a job and I get paid for it and I ain't doing nothing.
True.
I mean, especially when it comes to a small business. This is how I look at it.
Right.
As all we as African people,
Right.
right? I find it unfair to come and work, and you know, especially in COVID times, things are a little tough. So I would say, for me to come here and sit down whole and get paid for a whole 8 hours or 6 hours shift and doing nothing, it's hard.
I wish I could have work right now.
So I rather be finding something to do. That is me.
Right. And where you yourself staff members is concerned, right? As you mentioned, you on top of the food chain. But them is concerned, right? How do you deal with staff members on a daily basis?
Basically, I get along good with all my staff. I come to woman to woman, man to man. I speak very nicely. I'm a very nice person.
Say
I ask you
that.
to do something.
Yeah.
I ask you to do something. we don't have a problem. Once you do what you're supposed to do, I don't have a problem. Not because I am a supervisor means that I'm not coming and help you on the floor, or I'm not coming and fold napkins or fork or anything like that. You know what I mean?
No, no, you're not this kind of person.
I'm mopping the floor too. I mean, not because I am a supervisor means that I'm not going to do it anymore. No, I don't work like that.
Are you a no-nonsense person when your job is concerned?
Nope, no nonsense at all.
Quick to
I don't
fire.
Nah, I ain't quick to fire. I'm very reasonable.
Right.
You understand me? You come to understand and discuss stuff.
Right.
That is me.
Let's speak about Kofi, Karen, and Kyron working on these gentlemen, 3 kings, as they call them. Your experience like working on these 3 solid, strong men.
To be honest, working with them is a pleasure. Like I say, they're very easy to talk to at the end of the day. I could always message or call if they're not in the building. So is the case. I could call them and talk to them anytime, any day.
Okay.
We don't have no problems. We need to get this, no problem. It's
Right.
not a problem. If they have something to get and they not in the area, I say, yeah, I go and fight. It's not a problem for me.
Oh.
So working with them is amazing.
Okay. Yeah, that's Kofi. Working with you all is amazing. Make sure that's going on the archives. Don't forget. Someone don't forget that. Toya, daily challenges. Do you face any daily challenges at Stadium Cafe? That they think need be changing the bosses this year now? You can put them on the spot.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure. Because like I say, I don't really have any challenge. Any problem that I have, I will try to fix it myself. If one day not around, I will try to fix it. That is me.
Oh.
I don't wait.
You see? Walk on this corner. Any questions for this young lady?
We cover everything. I'm blank tonight.
Ouch! We doing.
The
Any
house is
questions
blank
for this young
tonight.
lady? Nah, you're blank?
First interview on a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sit them for 10 or even 6. But they cover everything. They're on point.
Yeah, I get you. Really?
Okay, what I want to know, since they're open, you started with them or you
Started with them from the beginning.
from start?
With them.
And I don't think I want to come off the trail because I enjoy working with them.
Yeah, you want to go Barbados. You get wrong to it. I don't want to go Barbados and Tobago too. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, a little advice from somebody older than you. As I said to them, I love the teamwork and I love the word team. You see
Yeah.
this TeamViza? I love the word team. So, the team that I see today is like a kaleidoscope. It's beautiful.
Did you go to use colors?
Yes. So, what I could say, continue your good work, and I pray that God strengthen you from strength to strength. And as you say, you could call him any hour, any given time. You're saying that on a pause, I just getting goosebumps. So I know that is something real. You know, just continue doing what you're doing, and God will take all the through.
Correct. Yeah, man. Kofi, you have reached the close of Stadium Cafe. I don't keep all here too long when they open for the day, and you know what I mean. This is TeamViza TV. Let us swing questions all over. If you should come out here, brother, come true.
You come true.
Is that?
Yeah, you come true. You come
I
true.
wouldn't come hard. I'll go to you for this question. 3 words to describe Stadium Cafe.
100% customer service. Ambience.
Put on point. I love that word. Kofi, in your terms, 3 words to describe Stadium Cafe.
Excellent.
Dimitri.
I don't need you.
Yeah.
No, I tell you again.
Excellent is excellent.
Is that excellent?
It's excellent.
Yeah, excellent. Toya, best advice ever given to you?
To me, the best advice ever given to me is always take constructive criticism the right way. Never take it the wrong way. So somebody could come and tell me, I don't like how you're doing this. I would take it and I would work on it.
Kofi, worst advice ever given to you?
Worst?
Yeah. It was coming good, eh? Best
I
sense?
thought it was coming good.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, you know. I'm not sure I could answer that question because I don't really take advice from those who haven't trod the path that are trying to tread. You understand what I'm saying? So that I wouldn't seek advice or feel the advice if I feel as though you haven't gone down the road, you haven't done it. So if I'm looking for excellence out of somebody, so if I want to talk about this business, I would talk to the man who had this business before.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm saying that he gave us advice. We sat and we had a conversation and he tell us what was good and what was bad and what we should look out for and that kind of thing. So I took the advice. If you ask me, well, the worst advice I ever get, well, to be honest with you, I really wouldn't keep it in mind.
Correct.
Because the advice was so good.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry to be so technical.
Nah, I swing it a different way, yeah, but I'm gonna love you tonight.
Alright.
Love you tonight. On closing off, Toya, Kofi, Karen, you don't get stuff from Messi already, so. So you're the bad bench right now. So, you know what I mean? Go see, right? Right. This close off TeamViza TV interview series, a positive message, right? So I'll give you all the opportunity to look into the camera to send a positive message or there to anyone who might be or on the negative side of life.
Do you want to go first?
For me, I would say if it is, you know, you have a dream, follow your dream. No matter what, nobody say, follow your dream, talk to God, and just follow your dream.
I would say to you, mind your decisions. Know that the decisions that you make determine what's going to happen next.
Right.
So that a lot of us don't give enough thought and care to the decisions that we make. So know that any decision that you make today affects you tomorrow. So give good consideration to the decisions that you're making today. You don't have to rush your decisions. Like this decision, we didn't rush this decision to do it. Well, no matter how it turns out, we took our time and we had the pros and the cons and we made a decision at that point in time. However it turned, we can live with it.
Right.
Because you give good consideration to the decision that you made. So that I would say to anybody, don't rush your decisions. Be mindful of the decisions that you make because what happens next is based on that decision.
Perfect. Before we close, anything unmentioned on the outside? Before we close? Huh? No. That comment just now. One segment for that after. Version thing already, you know this guy already. You know what I mean? Right, so anything before we close, anybody?
Nah, they cover everything.
No, which is the best?
We want to thank you for your hospitality too. Because I mean, it was a pleasure being here.
Yes, it
You
was.
know,
You're welcome.
Moms, I'm glad you point me. We're in the right direction. Moms, we appreciate it. We happy for, we were glad for the invitation as well. I know we sit down and we had a little conversation and we share certain
Meetings
things.
upon meetings with
We share
these.
certain things. So we are on behalf of Stadium Cafe management and team. We want to say thanks for having us.
No. And you know, our drink will be coming soon. Stay tuned.
Like that fast.
Now to view this interview, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamViza TV. Follow us on Instagram at TeamViza_TV for the latest update. As we had tonight, Stadium Cafe in the building. Anybody ever tell you resemble Reggie?
When was you, right? You can't tell me that?
No, I didn't tell you, but no.
Anybody?
No, it's not no kind of that kind of level, you know.
No.
I don't think anybody ever tell you that.
Anybody ever tell Reggie you look like me?
I don't know about that part.
But that would have to tell
No,
Reggie.
you here.
I heard that one.
Yeah, you know Reggie. I remember Reggie. I can't remember.
Nah, Reggie look like
Yeah,
you.
Brandy Bell and
Sing
Reggie.
after, yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you there, man. That's how Reggie look like you.
Made one with she.
Nah,
If I had one, made one.
Nah, I can't say that.
Anyhow, we outside. You don't know what
We are going to the family restaurant. Even one person in the family.
Huh?
Son of a part of the blessing.